This is the parts for the 2-pill 2879C box that I'm building for my customer with the radio. This 2-pill will end up being a heavy duty version 22879C box that will eventually use for a driver into something bigger when he's ready for it. I always reuse all this stuff. Look at this. Home packing everywhere. I love this stuff. You don't pay just for shipping, you pay for packaging too. I save all this stuff. In fact, I've got so much of this stuff saved, I don't think I ever have to go to the store to buy stuff for packaging. Ever. But if I ever do, I will, my microphone just dropped. If I ever do, I will just get it. So, trying to be careful with this because I want to reuse the bubble wrap. There we go. We'll do it that way. Backwards. I can get it out of here now. There, see? A little bit of patience. No problem. And they wrapped it like this. Over again, which is wonderful. And then they put my other parts inside the case. This is a standard 1x4 case. Nice. Thank you, ICA. Appreciate it. And they give you more packing inside. Oh, nice. And here's my invoice. Da-da-da-da. Ordered that, gave me this, gave me that. Thank you, ICA. Here's the board already. Holes are already drilled. It's a 2x4. They don't make a 1x4. It's a 2x4, but that's fine. We're only going to use 2 pills. The 2 right smack in the middle. These 2 right here. And the heat sink on this monster comes all the way back to where the 2 screws are. It comes all the way back here. I know that because I see heat sink through these 2 holes right here. Yep. Just past these holes is where the heat sink is. So they're putting more heat sink in these boxes, which is absolutely wonderful. Thank you. At least for me, they did. Cool. These are the 2 2879C matching pills. And the output transformer that I ordered specifically for this build. This is a special output transformer. This is not a normal normal 2-inch long, half-inch diameter bead transformer. This is something I'm trying different to get the power out and the harmonics down. Not a 61, it's not a 43, it's something else. If I tell you what it is, everybody's going to start using them. It's just, I don't know, lately I've been kind of part of secretly, I mention something and then somebody else on YouTube starts doing the same things. I don't need to mention anybody names. It just happens. You know, like my bird meters, I start putting on, 7/16 connectors on my bird meter with the adapter and everything, and say I'm going to do this, and this. Well, I guess he saw the video and say, well, you know what? I'll do it first. Yeah, well, I mentioned it first. All right, so this is going to be nice. First things first, I want to take my Atlas out and see where both of these transistors test at. Because it says 77 on the top of the transistor. I don't know if you see that or not. Is that not blurry enough? Anyway. It says 77 on top of both, which was nice. Thank you very much, ICA. Again. Anything else in here? Nope. I can just use that for something else. This I can put for something else. This I can put in my catalog. One of these big monstrous fans that was too heavy duty for 2x12, I'm going to put in the 2-pill. So we're going to move some air. I don't think we're going to be able to do it from the bottom, but you know what? We'll see. It might still work. Brushless DC, 1/4 amp, 12 volt. Recmer Incorporated. I think on top would be cool. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I can put it on the bottom. It wouldn't hurt. And then put the filter board on the bottom. That would be fine. So I'm going to put this and this and this. So it's all like together. Put it to the side, over here. I pulled my Atlas out earlier because I knew I was doing this. No, I kept it in the bag. See, everybody else on YouTube, Facebook, etc., careful, doesn't build amplifiers on, I know no good point. Build amplifiers on live feed. Nor do they pre-record it and then send it to you either for everybody to watch. They just say, ta-da, product is built. This comes up as 46. $46. Alright, cool. The other one should come out to be roughly the same. And it doesn't matter which way you put these terminals. What color goes where, it doesn't matter. 47. Not bad. You know what? was tested again. Maybe it'll come up as 46. But that's, for matched pills, you can't get more better than that. 47. 47. All right. So it really doesn't matter. They test phenomenally. All right, so this was going to go here, and this was going to go here, and I got to get the heat sink grease, put that in. Got to get the pill strips, input transformer. There's the output transformer. Got to get the relay that goes in here, which I think I'm going to put in at 10 amp, because in my standards, 10 amps for a 2-pill is fine, because if he ever wanted to have a 1-pill drive the 2-pill, he can still do that. And the relay, the King circuit, and all that would already be there. None of that has to be upgraded at all. What a mess over here. Oh, these are the screws I'm going to need for the fan, so I will put that over there. And for we're going to use a positive and I think a negative out of this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use a negative bolt that comes off the back, or if I'm just going to run negative and positive through this. I might. I just might. I don't think we need 8 gauge though. I think we can get away with 10 gauge. Yeah, we can get away with 10 gauge. We'll do 10 gauge, positive and negative. I mean, if you do the amperage rating of this kind of 10 gauge and the 10 gauge negative I have over there, which is a lot, it doesn't even come close to the amperage draw that, you know. 10 gauge is perfectly fine for a 2-pill. Actually, 10 gauge is perfectly fine for a 1-driving 2. 600 watt peak, about 200 watt bird for a 1x2. I saw a video yesterday where somebody, I'm not going to say who, but somebody was getting about 750 watts-ish peak out of a 2-pill. Okay. Harmonics. That's where all that power was at. Not on frequency. Harmonics. Oh, look at the meter over here. Whee! I'm like, yeah, look at all that harmonics. Can't, you know, look at the, yeah, can't put in comments, of course. Not me, anyway. And, they don't want to hear from me anyway. All I do is piss them off, which is fine. I really don't care. Back to this. So, Rudy, this is your 2-pill in a 1x4 case, or 2x4 case. I call it a 1x4 case. I don't do 2x4s anymore. Really not needed. So let's get the pill strips and get the input transformer and all that going on. These will be tested. And these are tested. Input transformer. We need to get these out. I still got some super big, huge variables. Not a lot, but some. Well, knobs. Not variables, knobs. Looking for, here they are, rubber feet. So we can get this thing up off the bench right away. I need to order more rubber feet. These are the nice screw-in kind. You just screw them in. And here. There. Rubber footies are installed. Ta-da! Alright, now we do SO239s. That. I got so much stuff, it's not even funny. Okay. I gotta clean up this mess. I can't find anything. I'll give you an idea. These older SO239s, they're actually silver plated. They tarnish after time. And this is what they look like when they're tarnished. At that pretty silver, it tarnishes like this. If your connectors do that, they're actually silver plated connectors. If they don't, they're not actual silver plated connectors. They just lied to you. And gold never tarnishes, so that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with those. Wonder if I could just try to clean these up really nice. They're perfectly good connectors. And then put them in. It's an option. I have to use jewelry cleaner to get that off, and I don't have jewelry. She has jewelry cleaner. I don't have jewelry cleaner. I don't know where she puts it. I'm gonna have to ask. I had a whole bag. A whole bag. A big bag. Let's see if I can find that here. What I will do though, for now, is put on the remote. You know what? I need to put this on top of that. So later on, if he ever wants a remote hooked up to a system, instead of just flipping the switch, he can do that. I need to get more switches. Again. This one. Let's see. That'll work. No, need to go back a little further. Come on. There we go. Perfect. switches in, and the LED is going to go here, and the plug is going to go here.
Oh, an adapter. Oh, good. I just don't need that adapter right now. Stuff everywhere. Zip ties. More zip ties. Power strips. But they're not. Pill strips. Pill strips, I will find them. I really thought everything was like right here. I really did. Actually. No. Oh, come on. Ah! Found them. Knew I had them. Brand new. Teflon silver plated connectors. And these are the nice ones. I should say, the more expensive ones. Nice don't even mean a term anymore. Nice just means, oh, it looks pretty. Alright, so we got those. Heat sink stuff to put on the pills, which I will do now. Make sure there's enough covering the absolute bottom of them. Not overdone it, but enough. One. Okay, here's another example of, yes, this is absolutely covered, but it's extremely thin. Like, barely enough. So I just put just a little bit more on there. Like that. push them in. Pills are in. Okay. Wow, they really made these pill sockets a little tight. I mean, they fit and all, but they used to have a little bit of give. They don't have a lot of give anymore in these sockets. Let's double check that. I take a 2290. We'll stick it over here. Yeah, it goes in no problem. It fits no problem. Push it in, nice and snug, done. But can you move it around? No. Alright. I want this one. Yeah. Same thing here. Same thing here. Alright. Well, good part is all the holes line up. That I already double checked. That's why I put the pills in the first time, to make sure the holes were going to line up. Perfect. Before I install the transistors. Alright. Screws. Pill screws. This is big. That's a big monster. 2312 MOSFET, or 2312 final. Here they are. I probably have a smaller bag of these around here somewhere, but I keep my official quote-unquote pill screws away from everything else because I just use them to put in transistors. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's all I need. Perfect. Not quite all the way down. Don't want to don't need to be cranking them down on there. I thought at one point in time you just crank them down until they just don't go anymore.
No, that's not true. What's really nice about getting the board case heat sink done, assembled, and sent to you, especially when you personally know how much work it takes to do that on, say, I don't know, 1,000 boxes or more, probably 2,000 boxes or more. I've sanded down boards, cut heat sink, drilled pill holes, all of that since the 1990s. Long time ago. And then I do it again later because I'm just really good at it, and I'm like, I don't ever miss a pill hole, ever. Perfect. Line it up right, know where to put it, mark it, click it, done. Real simple. When you know what you're doing, you've done it, 2,000 times. It's fine. Okay. Pills. Done. The grounding tabs are down. The other tabs are still level. Still trying to figure out where I put well, these are tools I use. These are, oh, I'll be damned. I saved them after all. I thought I did. I want to double check. All right. Now these you don't want to have sitting right up next to the transistor. I mean, you can, yeah, sure. But do I do it? No. Would it be easier? Sure. Anything's easier. Yeah, that's a little better. Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go to Jiffin, man, because I ain't finna get up and turn nothing else on. Oh, good copy.
I got conditions
Grandma, take it.
on channel 6. I should fire it up. Too tempting though. I start talking on the radio, the box gets put to the side, nothing gets done on the box. Nope, can't have that. But it's fun. It's tempting. Except it's still good. Perfect. No, that don't look right. That looks crooked. Just tack them in. That's it. Done. Just to hold it in place. It really doesn't hurt if you put more heat on the pill tabs. They're designed to take it. All right. You know what? There. There. Are you kidding me? There. I didn't smash the pill strips or the pill tabs down to the board, nothing. I just put them down where they were at, filled them in. Done. Nice and soldered. There. Perfect. You don't see pill tabs. Wonderful. Okay. Now we're going to go with this. Actually, we're going to do the input first. Yeah, we're going to do the input first. We're going to do the output later. So.
heating circuit that I'm going to make later. So that's already out of the bag. Here's the two 10 ohms that we're going to test. Let's see here. Now we're going to match out some caps. I test everything. Even the resistors I test. Why? Because if you know the part works and you pre it before you put it in the circuit, you know for a fact it'll work. $12.3. Interesting. 12.4. All right. They do have a 5% tolerance. One-tenth off. All right, they're 12 ohm resistors. Still not going to hurt anything. Funny part is you'd never know if these were 10 ohm or 12 ohm unless I tested them anyway. That's what a lot of other builders don't do. And they don't show you if they do it or not. If they make a mistake, you think they ever show you? No. These guys are to be referred to as gods that walk along the earth. And they can do no wrong. Thank God I'm not in that category, huh? Shoot. I make mistakes. I put them on video. The Cobra 29 night watch when I had a solder blip and it caused a little smoke. Did that actually damage anything? No, not to the radio. To the parts I put in the box, to the parts I put in the radio, yeah, it fried the regulator, it overheated the little resistor I put in there that I shouldn't have, and you know, now I replaced the parts in there and everything, and I'm going to test it later on today, and it should work flawless the way it was designed. Dang it. I gotta go get me a new pair of snips. I lost my other pair. I don't know where they went to, but I'm going to get some today. The leads on here are a little bit long. They're not obnoxiously long where alright, that's done. Now I put on
input. And come on. All right. Okay. There. There. Now it'll take. God, that's hot. Let that cool off. Flawless. See? Flawless. I gotta put the SO239s in, they're gonna drive me nuts. But I need to test. Other people's like, why don't you just pre-test all the parts before you do the video? I'm like, well, it kind of takes the reality out of it. It's kind of like a shortcut. I don't like shortcuts. And when I say I'm going to do a video on someone's box, I'm going to do the whole entire complete go. That's not even the right value. Nope. That's I like that one better. That's right. Perfect. And zero this out. Perfect, shall we? Get more of an accurate reading. 0.08 is what we're going to have to get. Close enough. So that's relatively spot on. That's one puff off. Not even one puff off. That's a one puff off. Perfect. Absolutely flawless to the 10th of a point. Now it's a 0.11 off. I want to get this 0% tolerance. 0.04 is a 0 point. Still 1.3. Perfect. Two exact matching caps. Bang. Done. done with these items.
This one we're not.
Let's see here. We're going to do this with white or black.
I don't know. I don't think he could be watching. I'll ask if he's out here. You want white wire or you want black wire? That's all the wire I've got. Hey, hey, you were watching. So you want white wire in your transformers or you want black wire? Doesn't matter. It's your choice. I'm giving you the option. I've been doing this for an hour and 2 minutes already. Wow. How cool is that?
All right, Rudy. I will wait for you. White or black wire in the box.
Thank you.
Back, I'll show you the difference. This is... Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it.
This is it. So we've got these two colors. I don't have blue, I don't have purple, I don't have orange, I don't have multicolored stripe. I'm sorry. I know it's Halloween time. If I had orange, I'd put orange in here. But they only send me either white or black. I don't know. Maybe it's cheaper for that. I don't know. Next time I'll ask for purple or something cool or blue or something. Something a little different. Well, let's see. No, in the meantime, I can't do that because I got to wrap this. Because once I start with a color, I'm going to run it all the way through. I'm going to use it for the input, the output, the Class C grounding choke, and the wires to the relay, 10 ohm or 10 amp relay I need to get. Where is the 10 amp relay? Put them here. I know they're here. Where did they go? Boy, do I have a ton of brass connections. Just an absolute plethora. Okay, that's not it either. Little box of relays. Where the heck did they go? I will find them with everything else. It says Rudy is watching. I don't see anything about if you want white or black wire. I'll just pick a color. I'll just put in white wire. I've got more of it, and I think it'll look really good in here. I don't use this stuff very much.
She's home from work. That means I gotta stop this and go park her car. Hi! Yeah, I gotta go park her car. Let's see here. Nope. We're gonna do this. I'll be up in a second. A minute. At least let me get this wrapped first. Rewrap that. That looks like. Or not. There we go. I don't like how that turned out. There. That's better. No. There. That looks much better. Okay. There. That's what fell over. Yes. Alright, I've got a few things to do. I will get them done. I will be back and we will resume this some more. Alright? Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button. More's going on with this today. Thank you. And we are at 1 hour and 11 minutes. Awesome. All right. We'll be back with this shortly. Thank you. Hit the subscribe button. Catch ya.